Apple has been creating world-class hardware and world-class software. We've also been creating a growing collection of world-class services, and that is what today is all about. Services are services.
That is the new Apple. And I don't like it.
Want daily tech news in a way that doesn't suck? Of course you do. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next episode.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Front Page Tech, of course, show that gives you all latest tech news from one geek, that is me, to another, that is you. Let me clarify. Let's talk about the Apple event. I'll tell you what I think. All right, listen, let me start off by saying that what we saw today, Apple moving into services, is exactly what I've been saying they needed to do for a couple years now. This is a very, very needed, very necessary change. This is a good thing for Apple. People just don't buy new hardware anymore year over year. In fact, year over year, new hardware sales are declining, and this isn't just an Apple problem, this is an industry problem, and Apple can't stop it. Nobody can stop it. So now it's time to pivot, and this is a very needed, necessary change. Instead of trying to sell more and more hardware and depending on that year over year, it's time to sell services to the people that already have the hardware. Today, we officially got Tim Cook's Apple. This is the new Apple. It's a necessary, needed change, like I said, but I don't like change. I'm kind of sad. Out with the old, in with the new. The old Apple is dead and the industry killed it. So thanks a lot, everybody else. We started out with Apple News Plus, and I think this is one of the best things they talked about today. And in this move, Apple probably single-handedly saved the magazine industry. It's a $9.99, it's a $10 monthly subscription. It's available today in US and Canada, and that price even includes family sharing. So currently, if you subscribe to Apple News Plus, there's like 300 magazines to choose from. So instead of paying a monthly subscription to each individual magazine that could cost you thousands and thousands of dollars, like they mentioned on stage, like everyone subscribes to magazines, yeah, okay. Instead, all of those magazines, one monthly price, $10 a month. I think that's a really great value. That is, if you know how to read, which I do not. Then we got the Apple Card, and we told you this was gonna happen. We told you this weeks and weeks and weeks ago. I'm pretty sure the first time we ever talked about it was like a year ago. Apple partnered with Goldman Sachs, and because of that, you get a brand new credit card. You can apply, and then if you get approved, the card is actually stored digitally in the Wallet app, and that's where you can like see your statements, your balance, payment due dates, all that stuff. The app also helps you track locations and retailers that you've been to, so you can actually browse through your transactions and remember where you spent all your goddamn money. The card itself even generates new security codes each and every time you make a purchase. In fact, if you're looking for a credit card number, it ain't even on the thing. However, if you are looking to buy something from a site that does not yet support Apple Card, but takes like your normal 16-digit credit card information, you can generate one. And since it is powered by Goldman Sachs and MasterCard, it gets you 2% cashback rewards at 3% on Apple purchases, and that's paid daily into your Apple Pay account that you can then go ahead and use towards paying your credit card balance off, or in-app purchases, or transferring monies to your friends if you have any, like I don't. And for those of you who aren't yet hip to how the world works, they're also giving you a physical titanium card. Now, along with all of this, Apple is saying that with Apple Card, there are no late fees, no increased interest rates for late payments, no fees, just none. Now listen, I think this is great, and this was actually the most popular announcement today. Like, according to Twitter and stuff, and the internet as a whole, this was what was trending the most. People are most interested in Apple Card, and I can't blame them. I'll apply, I'll get denied because I'm a YouTuber and I don't have a real job. Okay. And then we got Apple Arcade. This is, of course, the gaming streaming service that we were hoping for, and I use the term "we" lightly. Now, I want to remind you, this is not similar to cloud gaming services. So this is not like Google Stadia that was announced last week. This is a subscription to games that are available through the App Store, not traditional titles that you could like play on PlayStation, the Xbox, or whatever other things there are. Now, currently, we don't have a price for this. We weren't given a price for, actually, we weren't given a price for anything else after that first thing. What was the first thing? The Apple News thing. Apple says that Apple Arcade will include access to more than 100 games. Of course, these are exclusive to iOS, but I mean, that's to be expected. However, if you want, you can also play those games on your iPhone, iPad, Apple TV, and your Mac, and can even be available for offline play. Okay. I don't care. And then you got Apple TV channels, which sounds a lot like, I think Amazon did it. Was it like, I think it was called Prime Channels. So these are third-party channels in a first-party app, effectively. So channels like HBO, PBS, CBS, that sort of thing. This is just a place where you can subscribe to all your favorite channels in one place. And this is another thing where we got no idea what the pricing is. But don't worry, I got you back. According to a report from the Wall Street Journal, now this report came out before the actual event happened, those channels could potentially cost $9.99 each. Now, granted, this price is smaller than some of the prices that you would pay if you actually went to the service itself and you opted in for that current price that they offer. Like HBO is like $14, $15 a month. This would be $9.99 a month, so cheaper than HBO, so cool for Apple to negotiate that. But still, you subscribe to your favorite channels, select your favorite channels, and they could potentially be $9.99 each. Again, this is from a report from the Wall Street Journal, not from Apple. Now, along with this, to give people channels, the Apple TV app is actually going to be available on multiple devices now. It'll come to Mac in the fall and will be available through smart televisions, Roku, and Amazon Fire TV in the spring. I swear to God, Steve Jobs probably heard that and died again. Hey, then we got Apple TV Plus. If you didn't guess, it's the Plus package. And other than that, we got very limited details here. They spent so long just putting famous people on stage. Granted, it's Apple and they made things look very pretty and really emotional and played with your little heartstrings. Like we had Steven Spielberg, fucking Khal Drogo.
Hey, it's John from the future. I was editing this and I just realized how much that sounds like I said Steven Spielberg fucking Khal Drogo. That's not what happened. Steven Spielberg did not get on stage and fuck Khal Drogo. What I meant to say was Steven Spielberg was there, comma, also fucking Khal Drogo was there. That's what I meant. Okay.
Big Bird and Michael Scott. Like, for example, Oprah was there because she's gonna have 2 documentaries on this Apple TV Plus thing. I do find it hilarious that Steven Spielberg was here though, because Steven has been known to talk some major shit about Netflix, saying things like movies that are just on a TV aren't real movies and shouldn't be considered the same kind of art. He even said Netflix movies shouldn't win Oscars. Funny how he changed his mind when Tim Cook offered him money coming out of his asshole. So yes, this is Apple's original content stuff that we knew was coming, but we didn't get any real great look at it. We didn't get any trailers for the individual shows. We got fucking nothing. We didn't get a price either. So all in all, this was an event filled with services.
Services.
And we have no idea when most of them even become a thing. They're not even a thing yet. We have Apple News Plus that you can get today because iOS 12.2, I think that's, yeah, iOS 12.2 came out today. So Apple News Plus you can get, but the rest, no fucking clue. Maybe the rest are just over in the corner chilling with AirPower. Listen, like I said, this is a necessary change. This is a good thing for Apple. And you know what? This is gonna work. Apple knows what they're doing. People are gonna buy the shit out of every single one of these services. They're about to make so much money. I just feel like nothing was really thought out here. It feels like Tim Cook just got really fucking high and was like, let's just put on a really pretty event and invite a bunch of famous people. We'll have Steven Spielberg say some really deep shit. We'll get Big Bird. We'll get Michael Scott on stage too. It'll be great. And listen, we're gonna charge so much money. And then Johnny Ive's like, but Tim, what are we offering? And Tim's like, who cares? But it doesn't matter how I feel. Literally all of these services are gonna do great. This is exactly what Apple's shareholders are looking for. This is exactly the pivot that Apple needs to make more money. I've been saying this time and time again. Stop trying to sell new iPhones and start selling services to people that already have the iPhone. The only thing that I think could have made this event better is if at the end they announced a subscription service that includes all of these services that Apple has to offer. Instead of paying individually for each and every service that Apple offers, just give us one subscription service, Apple, one monthly price for all of this stuff. And call it Everything Apple Pro. Get it?